Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm happy to announce that I'm finally back from my Florida trip, and we're going to talk about it. Talk about how it went, the disaster it was to get back, my flight being canceled, and some cool stuff like, as you can tell, picked up a Snorlax. Togepi was there before I left. Pikachu Squishmallows down there. We're just gonna get to all like, what happened and etc. So what happened? Uh, we landed and everything was great. Met my online friends, one of them being an online friend of 4 years, the other one being an online friend of 1 year. Originally, we had plans to go to West Virginia. A lot of people bailed out, so it was just me and my best friend. And me and my best friend were like, "What do we do? We can just go visit one friend in Florida." And we're like, "Bet, let's do that." I recommended that. Um, so we went to go see another good friend. And we all met up in person. It was great. It was lovely. Anyone who tells you online friends aren't real, in the trash. Don't listen to them. Online friends are very much real, and you have that emotional bond like that. If you feel like you have an online best friend, or that you not even that, you just feel like you have a best friend that's online, those are real. Those are very much real friends. Don't let anyone tell you that, because when we met, it was just like online. I bully them, they bully me, we bully each other, but it's all for the shits and giggles. So what did we do? We ended up going to the aquarium, going to an arcade. I got drunk at a tiki bar. It was a lovely time. We kind of just spent most of our time hanging out with each other. There was one day where we just kind of stayed in because it was really rainy in Port Charlotte. But other than that, it was great. We watched a movie, collect cards, went to multiple comic shops, and it was really great. Florida has a lot of beautiful sightseeing views. I'm gonna post photos somewhere around here, keep a view out. I don't know, maybe post. I'm gonna learn how to do that. So what all did I get? As you can tell, Snorlax, right there. My friend was holding that on for me during the scalping. Snorlax is kind of cheap to find now, kind of easily get it for retail value. I had to pay an extra $5 for this one, and she held on to it. I just wanted to secure my Snorlax. I didn't care if it cost an extra $5. I got it for 30, which is like usually 25. So what all did I get Pokemon related? Well, I'm happy to show you guys actually. So let's start off with some cool ones. We got our boy Alakazam, Promo Entei, Mega Charizard, Snorlax GX. Don't worry, the MP is written on a sleeve. A very common Snorlax, but I love Snorlax just in general. And my new favorite, Snorlax Promo Original Art Holographic. And I just love Snorlax so much. I just could not say no to picking him up. He's just so. I just love Snorlax. I just love eating and sleeping, and Snorlax is literally just me. Besides collecting Pokemon cards, again, we did hang out, went to the aquarium. Very, very beautiful aquarium. Went to the beach. There was a moment where we went to the beach at night and we sat there like, there's a couple strangers here. We don't know them. They're just kind of hanging out in the middle of the dark, not underneath any light. They're just all kind of giving off a bad vibe, so we didn't decide to hang out at the beach at night. I tried crumble cookie for the first time, and a lot of other like beachside themed items. There was like a beach themed restaurant right there on the pier. It was really, really good. A lot of shopping, and it was great. It was again, it was just a lovely time. Now, where does the horror story kick in? This is where it kicks in. The original plan was to fly on a Sunday, then leave on the 8th. That did not happen. Happened was flew in on the Sunday, and then come that Saturday, the 8th, our flight got canceled. So, of course, there was delays. People were getting upset. We were being patient, and it kept delaying, delaying, delaying because we didn't have enough flight attendants. I guess we legally need a certain amount of flight attendants. I'm not a pilot nor flight attendant, so I wouldn't know. Person at the front desk kept canceling or not canceling, delaying our flight. And people were getting upset because it was now like around 1:30. We got there at 8, which we were supposed to board at 9:20. It is now 1:30 in the morning, and people are getting upset. Um, so we're sitting there, and finally, 1:30 comes around. Flight so and so, I forgot the number, posted up here. Your flight has been canceled, and people were upset. People were pretty upset about what happened during that time, and we all kind of gathered around the desk and were like, "Hey, what can we do? What's something we can do to like get our money back, etc. Post new flights?" Because I worked a factory job, I cannot miss out on work. So I had to figure out how to get back home ASAP. Um, so reasonably, people are upset. Um, I asked one of the supervisors, "Hey, what can we do to get our money back, etc." And he's like, "Oh, well, you'll have to talk to my supervisor." And it's like, "Okay, who can we talk to? Can you go get him, please?" He goes to where the plane, where you board for the plane. Keep in mind, no one's back there. And he tells us, "I'll go get someone." And then he goes in there, never comes back. As you could probably assume, being lied to, especially by him, uh, that he was going to gather someone, we got lied to. He never came back, which was kind of unprofessional if you ask me. You don't really just lie and then just not come back or get someone. So he left another girl there, another front desk person. One of the passengers was writing names down, which I think should be fine if you have a complaint towards someone because they have badges, right? They have badge names. Um, so I asked, "Hey, where did he go?" And she said, "Oh, sir, he went in there. I don't know what he went to go do." I'm like, "Well, I asked, and he said he was gonna go get someone. Didn't get anyone." And I was like, "Okay, so were we lied to or what?" And she's like, "Well, sir, you can't say that." And I was like, okay, how do I describe being lied to? You in basic terms, you were just lied to. He's not getting anyone for us because there's an angry mob of people, and I don't blame them for not coming back. But just don't lie to us. Just don't say, "Hey, I'm gonna go get someone," and never show up. And as the woman was writing down names, the front desk lady was like, "Hey, you can't do that. That's illegal." And she's like, "Why?" So I kind of intervened. I was like, "Well, if she has a complaint, how do you like complain about someone?" And she was like, "Well, sir, what have I done to for you to complain about?" And it's like, well, it's not that. How do you complain about someone? You're not the only Miss. I don't know. I don't remember her name, but we'll just use a generic name. You're not the only Rachel here, Miss Rachel. How do we complain about you specifically if she can't write down your name? How do we complain about you? You got a badge number or anything? And she was just kind of shell shocked. She didn't know what to say. So I feel like we were kind of lied to about our like delay and cancellations and etc. And again, I understand you got a mob of angry people, so I had to cancel my flight and I had to book it for Monday. And then uh, I fell asleep at the airport for like 2 hours. Woke up and I was like, I can't do this. I can't be sleeping at an airport. It's now like 2:33 ish kind of timeline. If you're keeping up, and I book a hotel. Thankfully, they allowed me to stay there with an extended like late checkout. They were super chill. Quality Inn, I think it was Quality Inn. Yeah, Quality Inn hotel. Great. They even had free breakfast. I woke up to free waffles. I was like, yes, Jimmy Dean's and free waffles and orange juice, and it was great. Quality Inn treated me like royalty. Um, so I check in at the hotel, and then I woke up, stayed as long as I can, slept. I even overslept, and they were super chill with it. They didn't charge me more, thankfully. And then I went back to the airport. Keep in mind, I canceled my flight. I got a refund, and I got a ticket to Delta. Having this new Delta ticket, what did I do? I ended up waiting at the airport until 8 p.m. Once we loaded, we flew off and landed in Atlanta, Georgia, because it was a connecting flight. Once we landed in Atlanta, Georgia, our boarding started at 10:55. The plane was landed at 10:40. So I'm like, okay, I have 15 minutes. I have plenty of time. Did I have plenty of time? No, I did not. When we landed, the pilot waited for one of those taxi guys, and I was like, I have to board a plane. And as I spoke up, we realized that half the plane has a connecting flight with me to Memphis. And we're all like, hey, we all have connecting flights. Um, so she told us you're just gonna have to wait. I'm like, oh my god, we've been waiting for so long. We finally find a gate and we're in. And if you know the Atlanta Airport International, we're at gate A. Our departure zone is D. So we have to get on a shuttle. So we're all running, right? This crowd of people running to catch a flight that's about to take off in 5 minutes in prayers that it's been delayed. We get on the shuttle, and I kid you not, as the doors were closing, one person is running down the stairs and they just completely miss the shuttle. We're trying to open it. We're asking to trying to find a way to open it. It's one of those automatic shuttles. There was just no way to open it as soon as the door closed, and we were just screwed. That person right there was just screwed, and it was like totally like a war scene where we just lose a person. We're all like, no, oh, they were just on our flight, and everyone was just like, no, oh, we just lost them, and that person was clearly upset. So the shuttle is going from A to B, from B to C to C to D, and it's taking its sweet time. And we're looking at it. We're all looking at our phones, praying. My phone is at 2%, and keep in mind, I have an e-ticket. We get there, and I kid you not, we're like, are we late? Are we okay? What's going on? And I kid you not, the flight attendant was like, we're getting ready to close the door. If you have your tickets, now is the time to ticket. So everyone rushes in a line, right? Everyone's like, okay, get in line. Everyone get in line. My phone's at 1%. I have an e-ticket, and I blatantly yell, and like from the back of the line now, because it was somewhere in the middle back, and I yell, my phone is at 1%. Can I please go front? I have an e-ticket. I don't have a physical ticket. Can I please go first? The nice lady, I don't know her name, whoever you are, who let me jump to the front of the line with my phone at 1%, let me go first. So I went up, skipped everyone, scanned my phone, bing, and I got on the plane. I kid you not, when I got on that plane, a sigh of relief came. I looked at my phone. The phone said like, I think it said 11, I believe at this point. It was like 11:05. Dead. Died. It just died on me. I'm like, oh my God, I made it by like a thin hair. We get on a plane. Everyone sits up. We go in the sky, and the turbulence was awful. Of course it was. Nothing was going our way. Flight canceled. I'm one day out of the new work schedule, and just trying to collect my thoughts. But I'm just so relieved to be on the plane. I don't care. The turbulence was so awful. It kind of scared me a little. Not gonna lie. When you're in a plane, it's just and you're just like, oh my God, I really should have missed this flight because now I feel like I'm going to die. So after a few hours or an hour, we land, and I cannot tell you the relief it was to finally be back in Tennessee. I was not planning on going to work. It's now Monday, so that technically that day, I was not planning on going to work. So I texted my boss, showed him my flight cancellation, told him I can't make it, booked a hotel, another Quality Inn, and breakfast was amazing again. Thank you, Quality Inn. Great breakfast. This is not an ad. They just had an amazing breakfast. And for such a cheap hotel, great service. They don't bother you, and they give you free food, and you can just show up, and they'll more than likely have a smoker-free room. If you smoke, then you guess like a lot of the time that you have to book a smoker room, but this was just like a smoke-free room. I don't smoke, so I'm like, this is perfect. King-size bed, AC on. I'm taking a shower with their free soaps, and I'm just like in bliss. Fall asleep at like 2 a.m. They let me late check out again because I asked for an extended stay, and it was no charge extra. Thank you, Quality Inn. Had my free breakfast and waffles, and then I made the drive home. And in the past, obviously this week, current week, there was no videos, and I went to my new work schedule, and today is Friday. Friday being, I now have a 4-10 work schedule. Monday through Thursday I work, and now it's 10-hour shifts instead of Monday through Friday, 8-hour shifts. They're trying something new. Don't know why. Don't really care. It's an extra day. Extra to record, stream, etc. We'll figure something out for this channel. But yeah, that's kind of like my crazy situation with Spirit about being lied to, canceled, cheap flights, and you best believe I'm not booking with Spirit again. Delta was great. Turbulence kind of hit hard. I usually fly Southwest because Southwest has never, ever, ever failed me. I just won't be booking with Spirit ever again. But vacation-wise, it was great. It was lovely. And I'm happy to be back and recording for you guys. Update on the videos. There will be 2 videos this week. Only 2. And then next week, we're going to do 3. There will be no Plague Inc. this week. Next week we will have Plague Inc. We're beating Donkey Kong Country this week, the week of the new videos are being released. So this week, whatever the new videos, technically next week. We're beating Donkey Kong Country. We're gonna start Creepy Tales. We had that recorded, just not edited. So we're gonna release that. Again, I didn't feel like it was right to release a video. And then I hope you guys are excited for this. Pikmin 4 is coming out on that Friday, so I will be recording that and releasing that next week, probably on a Saturday. Try to record Friday, and if I'm quick enough, I could probably release it Friday. More than likely not Friday or Saturday is when the new Pikmin 4 video will come out. I hope you guys are excited for that because I love, love, love Pikmin. And then we'll continue on with um, Plague Inc. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be back. Thank you all for sticking with me and hearing this story. Um, yeah, follow me on Twitter. Probably gonna start live streaming. Not probably, we will be live streaming again. And always remember to be a good person. Be a good person. If things feel like they're not going away, just remember, just because it's not going your way doesn't mean you shit on someone else's parade. Be a good person. If there's nothing you can do, do what you can. All right, that's it. Happy to be back. All right, be a good person. Bye.